Hello, my name is Ryan Schmelsley, and I am a first-year grad student. My app is basically a 3D orthographic projection of 3D models. So basically, it just takes a set of vertices, the XYZ coordinates, and projects them into 3D space. And so for this app, if you rotate the control board, if you rotate it to the left or right, you're able to rotate the rabbit, which is the standard Stanford bunny test model. You're able to rotate that in 3D space around the y-axis. And if you rotate the accelerometer board back or forth, you're able to rotate around the x-axis. So like, for instance, you can turn the entire thing upside down. And it just kind of displays as this messy little point cloud. But yes, and it basically rotates along a single axis, whichever axis the board is more rotated along. So yeah, it's a, yeah. In terms of special features, the I/O is basically just the accelerometer and the monitor. It runs a sort of combinatorial multiplier based approach. It does it in software, even though I have a hardware version available as well. And it basically does it by performing bit shifts based on what the bits of the second operand are, and running them, or keeping a running sum, adding them up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The hardest problem I had to deal with is the fact that shifting the bits for negative numbers and positive numbers both perform a floor when you divide by 2, which means that if you bit shift an odd number that's negative versus an odd number that's positive, they're going to have different absolute values, which kind of led to a pretty major bug and led to, so I had to perform some swaps, sign changes throughout. But yeah, and the thing I enjoyed most about the project was kind of just figuring out the math behind it. I spent a lot of time on Desmos trying to figure out how to plot these point clouds out. And, I went into Blender, made a sort of simplified version of the 3D model, and yeah, basically did a bunch of multiplications to eliminate any kind of float division, multiplication, so that everything was all just integer math that uses all the stuff we include in our board. And there's also one bug. It's kind of just an index out of bound error. I should just mention it since it popped up. If you rotate the board all the way, it indexes out of bounds, which is just something that, that's only if it's rotated like all the way upside down. So not too much of an issue. But yeah, basically just a little 3D model of a cute little bunny, kind of messy. Yeah.